Okay, so I got this fish tank and I've been playing around with some different ideas with it, and I went and got some live plants. Uh, Now I got sand down here at the bottom of the tank, sort of a sandy substrate. Just I don't know, I'm not even sure where it came from, but it's just some sand. And I got my decorations and stuff in there. So I got these new plants. I got that one, and I got one in the back, and I got this one, some grass, and I have another one in the corner on the other side. So I had this idea. I bought some substrate so the plants could grow better, and I had this idea. I was trying to figure out how to get the substrate in the tank without making the tank completely cloudy, and also without having to drain the tank and take all the sand out and all of that stuff. So I decided to do patches of substrate just for the plants, and then leave the sand kind of going around it, make it sort of like an island. So I did one, just kind of a practice, and it turned out pretty good. So here's the one that I did. And you can see it's sort of like an island of substrate, and then the sand surrounding it. And I'm gonna show you how I did that. Okay, so I figured out a way to put the substrate into my 75-gallon tank without draining the water and without disturbing the sand and making a big mess. So this is basically how I did it. First, I got me a 1-gallon size bottle, and I cut a strip out of the bottle. Right, I cut the bottom off, and then I cut towards the middle, and I made sort of a ring, a plastic ring. Now it floats in the water, so I was a little concerned about that, but it worked out pretty well. Okay, so we're going to use this in order to make our island. Okay, so the next thing I did was I got a cup, just a regular old plastic cup, drinking cup, and I'm going to use this to put the substrate in the tank without disturbing too much of, the water and the sand and so forth. So see how I do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this patch of grass. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so we're going to do this patch of grass and put the substrate around it and try not to mess anything up. All right, so let's give it a shot. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that plastic ring that I made, and I'm going to put this inside the tank. And let's see, kind of hard holding this camera and doing this at the same time. So I'm going to put this inside the tank and around the grass, like so. All right. Okay. And then we're going to push it down into the sand. Okay, just like that. Get it all the way down to the bottom of the tank. Just like that. All the way down in there. All right. Cool. Just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna have to pull the grass out. It's still a plug. It's fairly new, so it's still all in one piece, so it shouldn't hurt it any. So I'm gonna pull that out gently and shake the sand off of that. And then I'm gonna just move that to the side and just kind of let that sit over on the side like that. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do is make sure that's all the way down at the bottom. There we go. Good. Okay, so now, the sand on both sides is holding the plastic piece in place so it doesn't float up. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm basically just gonna scoop the sand out of the middle here. I'm just going to use my hand and just make sure that doesn't float up. Get nice and deep in there. And I'm just going to scoop all the sand out. All right, just get that out of there. Okay, so now I got my substrate over here. And I got this stuff God said from the Amazon or something or other. But I'm going to try it out, see how it works. So, looks like it's some good stuff. So we're going to scoop some of this out. And we're going to, let's see, let me get my cup over here. Okay, so remember this cup that we were using? I got a little still in there from the other time. And we're going to take this and we're going to just get a nice scoop out here. Probably not a full cup, but about 3/4 of the way full, right? And it's got a little water in there, supposedly from the Amazon. Okay, now I'm gonna take this and hang on here, let me switch hands so that I can kind of show you what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. Now here's the tricky part. Without messing up anything, I'm gonna slowly lower this, and I got a little bit of substrate on the outside of the cup, so that's sinking to the bottom. But I'm gonna slowly lower this down into the water. I'm gonna get some of the water from the tank inside the cup. See, I'm just let it seep in the cup, not too fast, real slow, so it doesn't cause a cloud. Once it's full, the substrate is pretty heavy, so it's just sinking to the bottom of the cup. Now I can lower the cup slowly down into the tank over to where my little swimming pool is at. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my little patch of grass and I'm gonna put it in the center of my swimming pool, my empty pool. All right, just sit right there. That's where I want it at. Okay, now I'll take my substrate and slowly pour it into the pool. Some on one side and then I'll flip it around here and pour some in on the other side. Get it all in there. Okay. Kind of hard to do with one hand. See, there's a little bit of a cloud, but not much. Probably because I poured that one in kind of fast. So I'm just going to take my time. Pour it in slowly. Keep the cup close to the bottom so that it doesn't cause a big issue. Get that all in there. It looks like 1 cup is going to be enough. Put it all the way around. Get that in there. Just like that. There. Well, it's in there. So now, no more substrate in the cup except for some dust, which would probably be floating around the pool if it wasn't in the cup. Bring this up. And take that out. As you can see, my substrate is in here. Put some down. I might put some more in there, but I'm just going to move this around a little bit, kind of even it out where I want it at. Make me a nice little island, just like I want it. And the roots and everything is covered up. Got some in the back here. All right. Kind of move that around. Get that like I want it. Now that that's all where I want it at, now I'll take my little plastic ring and I'll just pull that straight up and out. All right. Throw it on the side. And then I can kind of pretty it up a little bit. Just like that. And voila. There you go. Substrate Island. So my other plant is that plant. All right. And I'm going to do those two plants. And that's how I do it. There's my substrate island. No cloud or dust. Fish are not disturbed. Everything is good to go. All right. Hope this helps you guys out. All right. Out.